I would like to welcome you all in the lecture series of Innovation and Design Thinking. Here I'll be discussing a passing package for the students, those who are preparing for the examination IDT. Especially this session will be useful typically for VTU students, even other university students also can observe. So let's get started how to prepare the exam and how to clear the examination that I'm going to guide you. So kindly watch the video completely so that you will be getting, I'm damn sure that if you watch this video, you are going to clear the subject without any issues. There are 50 questions and each question carries 1 mark and total allotted hour is 1 hour. So I request everybody to utilize 1 hour completely because questions will be slightly indirect, some of the questions. So try to understand, take your time and find it out. Maximum utilization is required. The total evaluation will be comprises of semester and examination and a CIE. That means internal, continuous internal assessment, evaluation or assessment. So altogether, you should get 40%. CIE is like definitely teachers like they are going to provide from internal faculty. SCE you have to earn from the university examination. And questions come directly from definitions. Please make a note. And also different stages of design thinking process. Also different tools from the design thinking process and typical examples with the keywords. So remember this pattern whenever you are preparing, you focus on these terminologies. Yes. Coming to the module 1, title is process of design thinking. That is actually the major content which is in module 1. So what you are supposed to do, definition you have to study what is design thinking. It is basically human-centered approach. It's a solution-oriented approach. These 2 points you have to remember. Another important question which I observed is 5 stages of design thinking. You can get any like a kind of questions. See in the match the following or sequence or any other thing like empathize, which is the first stage of design thinking, which is the last stage of design thinking. Likewise, you can ask, you can expect the questions: empathy, definition, ideation, prototype, and testing. Empathy, definition, empathize, define, ideate, prototype, and testing. These are the 5 stages of design thinking. Shared model in team-based design. We have to talk about like what is a meaning. Then a Google Doc is an example. Okay, that is a one model for all. Prototype versus like a minimum viable product. That definition you may go through it. Example: Apple iPhone, Uber, smart classrooms, ATM redesign. These are actually like the prototype that is just for like after completion of the testing you go for a prototype. For example, new car, I need to launch a new electric vehicle. So what I will do, I'll make a sample and I'm going to show that this is a prototype, just the demo. But MVP is not like that. I'm going to give the entire basic model of the EV to the customer, and from that, if they're satisfied, I'm going to produce new model of EV. That is the difference between prototype versus a minimum viable product. For example, phone, I want to launch a new phone. What I'll do, I'll create a basic model and test in the market. Once I found the product is very successful, I'm going to invest more and develop a new product. So you have to remember the following points. First step of design thinking, of course, it's empathize. Even last step of design thinking, that is called a testing. What is MVP? Minimum viable product. That elaboration also you have to remember. First, most associated with the design thinking is IDO, one of the first organization who adopted design thinking. That is IDO. That is also a very important question. Coming to the module 2, it is a tools for design thinking. So empathy mapping used for understanding the users, that you have to remember. Empathy mapping. What is a scamper? Scamper stand for know each step. To understand each and every step, that is called a scamper. Then distributed design thinking, advantage or benefits, diverse idea and global reach. Correct. That is the advantages of distributed design benefits. Design tool example, Miro, Slack, these are the examples of design tool. So I'm sure that any one of the question you can expect from this particular points which I denoted and which I already indicated to you. Then important concept, design thinking in IT, human-centric software approach. It's an application development and a solution-oriented approach. That is application of design thinking in IT. Okay, that is from the module 3. Then business process modeling. Full form you have to remember. What is the full form of BPM? It is very simple, business process modeling. Examples, UML, SIPOC, BPM, and these are the tools. Then agile in virtual collaboration. So it is an iterative procedure It is a quick procedure. Also, it's a feedback-oriented approach that is called agile. One of the method called agile manufacturing. Okay, most of the like automobile company they'll go for the agile manufacturing, scenario-based prototyping, build for real situation. Based on the circumstances of situation, you are going to develop the prototype. For example, COVID. The COVID happened immediately. You like made a vaccine kind, and there are like a sanitization. Okay, because physical like interaction that will spread the COVID virus. They found like we found that we observed that the physical interaction increased the spreading of COVID. So many of the organizations they adopted the like a robotic based sanitization system. So that is like they made a small prototype that is called a scenario based prototyping. These points you have to remember. By the way, you have to remember the following points. Especially for MCQ purpose. BPM stand for business process modeling. Agile methodology is iterative and flexible. From that option, you have to find out the best option. Scenario based prototyping means build prototype for the user, real user scenario. It is for the real time, correct? So coming to the module number 4, the title is like IDT for strategic innovation. Then grow through storytelling. You have to talk about like a storytelling. Apple, Nike, Tesla, example. These are the examples. The many of the organization they grown based on the concept of storytelling. Then strategic forecast is nothing but anticipating the future trend projection, future projection. Okay, then like a sense making, Zoom during the pandemic example, sense making, because pandemic situation, all people, all along, including me, we were in the isolated places. We cannot go to offices or schools. So what, Zoom, they have grown. Okay, they have upgraded and they have like, even earlier Zoom was focused only for the corporate, those who are working in a companies. But afterwards, even school students also started using, even KG students also started using the Zoom platform, right? Value redefinition. That is, Uber changed the value perception of transport. Value redefinition. We value for your money, right? We understand your world. We understand the world. Something like that you might have heard, right? Business model design. Netflix, Amazon, Uber, they follow business model design. Points to remember in the module number 4. Storytelling helps with the growth and emotional branding, of course. Netflix shifting to stream shows. Netflix shifting to streaming. Okay, earlier it was a DVD company. They like moved on the streaming. Change or adaptation. That is another example. Among the options, you need to find out the best option. That is a suggestion from my side. Business model meaning a company, how a company earns delivering value. That is called a business model. Okay, next is actually design thinking workshop. Workshop stages: empathize, define, ideate, prototype, testing. As usual, there are 5 stages of like workshop stages. Purpose: teamwork, co-creation, user involvement. What is the outcome? Prototype development, clear direction for the final product. These are the outcomes. Remember the point. Workshop, the first step of like a design thinking workshop, that is empathy. Who participate? Designers, users, business expert. These are the people they are participating. Workshop outcome, prototype and solution direction. So these are the important points you must remember in module 5. Okay, so these are the probable questions. By the way, I wanted to suggest you few more tips. A quick revision for the keywords because keywords are very, very important, especially in this particular pattern of examination. Stages of design thinking, 5 stages: empathy, definition, ideate, prototype, and testing. So, 5 stages you have to sequentially remember, starting from empathy, ending to testing. IDEO, design thinking pioneers. First concept of IDEO developed in IDEO company. Full form of MVP, minimum viable product. Scamper, it's the acronym. BPM, business process modeling, that is called BPM. Agile, it's a iterative procedure, iterative method. Empathy map, journey map. Then persona, storytelling. Apple, Tesla, Nike, etc. They like they develop based on the concept of storytelling. Distributed design thinking and digital tools, for example, Micro, Zoom, Slack, etc. So in this session, I already recalled the important concept. This concept will really help you to clear the subject without any doubt. If you observe this, I damn sure that everybody will get above 60, I guarantee. Okay. So remaining, there will be application level questions. Still, if you work on it, you can score up to 80. However, in the coming session, I'm going to discuss about scoring package, how to boost up your percentage or how to boost up your marks. So if you observe this, I promise you that you will clear the subject without any doubt. I'm damn sure about that. So kindly follow up, kindly revise it. Of course, I wish you all the very best for your examination. Hope all will clear the subject without any issue. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you are watching our channel first time, I request you to subscribe. Also, kindly share the video if you found this useful and share all the student community. Thank you all.